Hello, welcome to my channel. Uh, this is the first of two videos I'm looking to make on this topic, finding a portion of a given quantity, finding a portion of a given quantity or a given value. So the portion here can be either, so the portion can be a fraction, can be percentage, can also be a decimal. For example, if I say what is half of 10, right? Let's say 10 oranges, right? It can be anything, it can be money, right? From here, many of us know half of 10 is going to be half, right? It's going to be 5, excuse me. The same question can be phrased as what is 50% of 10 oranges, right? Yeah, the answer is going to be the same, right? 50% of 10 oranges. And then number 3, you can also say what is 0.5 of 10 oranges, right? They all mean the same, right? So here, the focus is on how to quickly solve this, right? And we're mainly going to focus on the keyword of, right? Where we change the keyword of to multiplication, right? And then we solve the question, all right? So let's look at some examples. So example number 1, we're going to say what is 1/3 of 18? What is 1/3 of 18? All right. Here, what we do is we change this one to a multiplication sign, and we simply multiply and we do our calculation that way. But the reinterpretation of this question is you have 18 of a certain quantity, let's say oranges, right? If you divide those oranges into 3 equal portions, how many will be in each portion? That's how you interpret this, right? So how many will be in each portion? So that's the 1/3, right? So going back to how you solve this quickly, you just write your 1/3 and then you change the off to multiplication, and then 18 over 1. The reason I'm putting over 1 is some students get confused and they write the quantity anyhow. If you put it in the denominator and multiply, you doing the whole thing wrong. So we put the 1 here just to clarify the location of the 18. It's in the numerator, right? So once you have this, this is a multiplication. So you look at the tops and then at the bottoms. Look for common factors, right? Factors that can divide the tops and the bottoms. Here we can see that 3 can divide 18 by 6, right? So basically our answer is 6, right? So 1/3 of 18 is going to be equal to 6, all right? So let's do question number 2. It says, what is 1/5 of 35? This is our second example, right? I mentioned the interpretation of this question is you have 35 of a certain item. It says divided into 5 equal parts, right? And basically take 1. So 35 divided into 5 equal parts and take 1. That's the 1/5, right? So to solve this, once again, we change the off here to a multiplication. So it's going to be 1/5 times 35. We put the over 1 here as a quotient, right? And then here we go ahead, we divide by the common factor. Common factor between the numerator and denominator is 5, right? So 1 times 7 is equal to 7. 1 times 1 is equal to 1, right? We can leave the 1 alone, right? So here we can see that 1/5 of 35 is 7, all right? Okay, let's do one where the numerator is not 1, but something different. So let's do question number 3. And here, basically, I'm going to say, what is 2/5 of 35? All right? Quick way to solve this is just multiply based on this keyword, right? Interpretation is I have 35 items. I'm going to divide it into 5 equal parts and claim 2 or take 2 of the parts or portions. 35 divided into 5 equal portions and take 2. It's just like, having 5 baskets here or boxes here. All right. And then I look at the 35 items, I distribute them evenly, right? So each box or basket will get how many? 7, right? So do it for all of them. So we know each one has 7, 7, 7, 7, and 7. And then the question says we take 2 of those, right? So let's just pick these 2. How many do we have in these 2? From this picture, you can see that we have 14, right? Now, if we were to solve it, without drawing pictures, it's just going to be 2/5 times 35/1. 5 into 5 is 1. 5 into 35 is 7. 2 times 7 is equal to 14. All right, so here you notice that we got 14 here, right? And we also got 14 here. So it's the same thing, right? Depending on the question, you cannot really, it's not realistic to draw, this, any number of baskets or boxes and throw the items in and try to figure out. So the fastest way is just to multiply, right? And just know how to simplify, by knowing about your multiplication tables and common factors and things like that. And it's really quick. You will get the answer. All right, let's try one more. And this time we're going to use percentage. So I'm going to say, what is 25% of, say, $100? All right. So here is nothing different, right? And you notice that it's not realistic to draw boxes for this kind of question. Now, one thing we need to take into consideration is anytime you have percentage given in a math problem, when you are actually using it to do the calculation, you have to change it into a fraction or a decimal, right? So when we're doing the calculation, 25% is the same as 25 over 100. You have to do this, right? Because you can't just multiply the percent with the 100. You will get a large number, which wouldn't make sense. So 25% is 25 over 100. And then this off here is our multiplication. And then we got 100 over 1. All right? From here, it's easy to see, right? We cross out these zeros, right? Crossing out the zeros actually mean you dividing by either 10 or 100, right? So that's what it means. So this is 1, this is 1. So we have $25. So 25% of $100 is $25. All right? All right. Thanks for listening in. We'll do a second video where we'll ask around the same topic, but change the questions a little bit so students can know different ways of handling different questions that come, using the off word, the off keyword. All right. Thank you very much.